Welcome to the Mussar video blog. Tomorrow, the next day, Rosh Chodesh Elul. The month of Elul on the Hebrew calendar is arriving. Traditionally, this has been a time when Jews look inside themselves and try to make changes. So I want to just share with you a conversation with regards to making changes and present it as something that I think is a viable possibility that we could use to help us grow. So I was studying a certain book. It was a modern day book, came out not too many years ago. And one of the things I like about it, it was dealing with a certain subject, which we won't go into right now, but he said in this book that classically there is a way to deal with it. And if you can do that, that's wonderful. But he says, for a lot of us, it doesn't work. So therefore he came and offered numerous practical suggestions that could work for today's person. A person who's going through the world with all the challenges that are out there today and with the mindset and the background and all the stuff that we have. These are actual practical ideas that could work for us. I thought that was great. So I was just talking to someone a few days ago and I was saying something like Lashon Hara, and speaking bad about people. That's something that many of us fall into all too often. And it's something that kind of creeps into our conversations, and it's something that we should try to uproot, to extricate from our repertoire. It's something we should try not to do. And I said there's a lot of books on the subject. A lot of them are very, very good, but someone needs to write a book of practical tips that one can use to make it happen, to make it that I can start reducing the amount of Lashon Hara that I say. And the person I was speaking to, he said, well, you should write the book. And I was like, well, I should write the book. Well, I don't like to write. I said, well, that's not the point. Pretend you're writing a book and come up with the ideas yourself. Like, do the research as if you're writing a book, and you have this on your shoulder, this responsibility that I'm writing a book about practical tips, how to stop speaking Lashon Hara. And I thought about it afterwards. I said, hey, that's a good idea. I like that. So I've actually started doing that. So far the book is close to 1 page. I think by the time we finish the book it might be 1.5 pages. Just little points of practical ideas of what I can use to implement strategies to stop speaking or putting some kind of reins on this. So I thought to myself, that's something that everybody could do. Everybody should take a few minutes, think about it. What's something that I want to improve? What's an area that I'm having difficulty with, something that's really challenging to me, that I really want to make some significant change in the upcoming year. And once you decide what that is, so now decide, okay, I'm going to write a book on it. Now, you don't have to write the book, but pretend you're writing a book. So suddenly you have a responsibility to come up with ideas. So you're going to start looking around, finding ideas for your book, and you're going to talk to people, and your eyes and ears will be open to find new things that I can put into my book. And lo and behold, you'll walk away with, at least a sheet of practical ideas. And you'll feel a responsibility because, at the end of the day, if you want to sell your book, you have to live it yourself. Like, you can't sell a book on physical fitness. If you're not physically fit yourself, it just won't go. There's some kind of disconnect over there. If you're going to write this book on whatever it is, and you're not actually trying to implement that yourself, it doesn't go. So that's my practical suggestion for our kickoff for this Elul is find an area where you really feel challenged and you need to make a change and embark on that book. Take out a pen and paper or take out your computer, whatever it is, and start keeping track of ideas, do your research, come up with ideas, have the book, use it for this coming year. See you next time.